One. And we are live, I believe. Test, 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 test. All right, say something, Irish.
Something. Wow.
All right, cool. So I'm not echoing this week. So what's up, everybody? This is episode 15 of Broken Controllers. I'm your host, BTGinferno. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Irish1620. What's up, man?
What up, what up?
Gonna go through a few different things this week. There's not a lot of news to talk about. There was a few things in the news regarding Nintendo, and then also as well as a Nintendo with Sword and Shield, and then there was also something regarding Epic making a bizarre change to Fortnite. So we'll jump right to spend a lot of time this week talking about what we played this week here. I played a lot. So Irish, we'll just start with you here. What have you played this week?
I played a lot. So Irish, we'll just start with you here. What have you played this week?
I have been playing a bit of the Dr. Mario World.
Dr. Mario
World.
World.
Further in that.
Oh, Mobile Minute.
Getting further in that.
So, dude, how is that actually?
So, dude, how is that
It's
actually?
pretty fucking fun. I mean,
It's pretty fucking
it's
fun.
everything that you could hope
it's
for
everything
out of the
that you
classic,
could hope for out
Dr.
of
Mario,
the classic,
but with all
Dr.
the
Mario
options that you'd expect from
with all
this
the
day and age.
options that you'd expect from
Dude, that's
this
so
day and
great.
age.
Like the
Graphics are really smooth and clean.
Graphics
It feels a lot like
are really smooth and clean. It
Mario
feels a lot
Run
like
as far as the cleanness of
Mario
the
Run
graphics.
as
Is
far
it
as
free?
the cleanness of the
Is it free?
graphics.
It is. Okay, now when
Yeah.
they say free, is
It
it like
is.
free,
Okay,
free,
now when they
or do
say
you have to
free,
pay
is it
for the
like
worlds
free,
like you do
free,
in
or
Magic
do
the
you have to pay
Gathering?
for the worlds like
No,
you do
it's
in
free,
Magic
free.
the Gathering?
Wow,
No,
okay.
it's free.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Wow,
check this
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out.
out. You want to give it a quick review? We
You
haven't
want
done
to give
one
it
in
a
a
quick
while.
review? We haven't done one in a while.
Honestly, I would have to say
Honestly, I would have to say
this
this
has
has
got
got
4.5 out of 5 from me for sure.
4.5 out of 5 from me for sure.
I'm a huge fan though, so I mean that may be
I'm a
biased,
huge fan though, so I mean that may be a
answer.
Yeah,
a bias.
I like Dr. Mario,
you know.
dude.
Yeah, I like
Dr.
Dr. Mario.
I can't say enough about that genre.
I
Like,
You know, and then the fact that you're not locked
then
down
the
to
fact that you're not locked down to
if you want to play against the buddy.
if you want to play
You don't
against
have
the
to,
buddy.
You're not locked down to, hey, I only got one controller.
You're not locked down to, hey, I only got one controller.
This.
You have to come
Everybody's
over.
got a smartphone.
Boom. You can
Exactly.
Everybody's got a
It's
smartphone.
beautiful.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So that's pretty cool, man.
That's
I'm
pretty
definitely
cool, man.
looking forward
I'm
to
definitely
diving
looking
into
forward
that. I'm looking forward to giving that a shot.
I'm looking forward to giving that a
You
shot.
and I both.
Did you do
you and I
anything
both.
else with?
Did you do anything else with?
What was that game you were playing last week?
What was that game you were playing last week?
What were you playing last week?
What were you playing last week?
As far as mobile or
as
Just
far
in
as
general.
mobile or
Destiny
Just in
2
general.
console.
Destiny.
Oh,
Okay.
Destiny
Did you
2.
get that hand cannon you were looking
Okay,
for?
so did you get that hand
Not
cannon you were
quite
looking
yet,
for?
dude. That thing is freaking
Not
troll.
quite yet, dude. That thing is freaking troll.
There's so much to
Quest
do.
is just
I've
brutal.
heard the
There's
quest
so
is
much
just
to do.
It's
brutal.
tedious as hell.
It's tedious
That's
as
to say
hell.
the least, bruh.
What's
to say the
what's the
least,
benefit
bruh.
to it? Because every
What's
single
the
weapon that
benefit
I've
to it?
noticed in
Because every
Destiny has
single
some
weapon
sort of
that I've
like
noticed in
perk
Destiny has some
or
sort
like
of like perk
ability.
or
I know it
like
gives you the buffs.
ability. I
But
know
is
it
that
gives
pretty
you the
much it?
buffs.
I
But is
mean,
that
that's
pretty much
that's
it?
pretty much it.
I mean, that's pretty much.
I mean,
it's a
buffs
pretty
is the,
solid.
This is
I
the
mean,
first
I
time,
mean, it's
Buffs
it's
is
a pretty
this is the first
pretty
time
solid.
Destiny 2 has used the
This is the
word
first
It's a pretty
time
solid
Destiny
shooter.
like an
used the
MMO
word
setting
buffs
for that.
in like an
You know what I
MMO
mean?
setting
Like,
for that. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm excited to see where that goes.
I'm excited to see where that goes.
I'm impressed. So,
I'm impressed.
what else you playing this week?
What else you playing this week?
Been also playing a bit of
Been
Tekken.
also playing a bit of Tekken.
Okay,
Okay,
I've seen this everywhere.
I've seen
Go.
this everywhere.
Sell me on it.
Go. Sell me on it.
Well, I mean, if you like Capcom games,
if you like
Street
Capcom
Fighter to
games,
Devil May Cry
from
and
Street
everything
Fighter
in
to
between.
Devil May Cry and everything.
Wait, so do
in
they
between.
include all these characters
Wait,
into
so do
this
they
into
include
this
all
game?
these characters
Yeah,
into this game?
it's a card game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
card game.
All
And
right,
it's an
go ahead.
Okay.
and it's an
Alright,
active
go ahead.
And it's an
time battle.
It's
kind
an
of,
active time battle.
Oh,
kind
so
of,
you're always going.
Oh, so you're always
drawing,
going.
You're always playing
You're always
stuff.
drawing. You're
Yeah.
always
There's no
playing stuff.
turn-based. Okay.
There's no
Yeah.
turn-based.
Wow.
I mean,
okay,
there is
okay.
turn.
Wow,
it is
okay.
turn-based.
I mean,
but
there is turn.
It's not at
it
the
is
same
turn-based,
time.
but
Like,
it's not at the same time. Like
in the aspect that you know, you have an opponent go and drop. Say, God, what's a good example here? God, I can't even come up with a good example off the top of my head. I mean, when you drop like a quick play card, I guess is
when you drop like a quick play card, I guess.
best way to freaking explain it without you've ever playing it. A quick response card, something like that. It's
A quick response card.
pretty
something
much
like that. It's
as say
pretty much
somebody plays a card, you can drop like
somebody plays a card, you can
card that
drop like
destroys.
a card that destroys.
Right. That makes sense. Like another
That
player
makes
on the
sense.
field or whatever, another character on the field or whatever.
Yeah, so like magic or
Yeah,
stuff
so
that like
Right.
halts an opponent.
Stuff
Right.
that halts
you
an
have to
opponent.
wait.
And
Well,
then,
if an
you know,
opponent
you
uses
have to
one
wait.
of those cards, then
Well,
at that point
if
you
an
have to
opponent
wait
uses one of those
your
cards,
turn
then
to
at
be
that
able to
point you
use
have to
something
wait
in return.
your
and you only
turn
have
to be able to
so
use
many
something
seconds
in return,
to
and you only
respond
have
to
so
that
many seconds
before
to
you're
respond
denied
to
a
that.
reaction to their
Before
action.
you're denied a reaction
Oh,
to their action.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Otherwise,
Alright.
outside of that,
Otherwise,
it is
constant,
just like constant,
like your energy,
you're building
each passing
energy
second,
each passing second,
and as you build up enough energy,
and as
each
you build
card
up enough
costs a certain
energy,
amount of
each
energy
card
to
costs
drop,
a certain amount of
yada,
energy
yada.
to drop, yada yada.
Right.
Right.
Jeez,
And,
my camera's.
and
Yeah.
you know, with the active time battle system attached to that, it's like
pretty
you see
pretty
little
cool. Like you see
like
little
a beam
like a
of light
beam
arrow
of
kinda
light
going
arrow
towards
kind of
your
going
opponent's
towards
side
your
of the field
opponent's
from your side of the field
from
from
your
each
side
one
of
of
the
the
field,
cards, and you get
from each one of the cards, and you get
three
three
cards on the field, either
three
side,
cards on the field, either side,
in play as far as like
in play as far as like
cards goes.
character cards goes.
Right.
Right.
And so like you have things, like
you have things, like
and
flight.
fucking- there's like all kinds of different status
There's
effects.
like
but
all kinds of different status effects, but
all that
Oh, that
aside,
sounds like
dude,
my kind of
the-
game.
the
all that aside,
character
dude,
list is
the
just
the
stupid.
character list
You're
is
talking
just stupid.
every.
You're
I mean,
talking
Iron
every.
Man,
I mean, Iron Man,
Dante, fucking
Dante,
Wesker,
fucking Wesker.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Wait, did I say Iron Man?
Wait, did I say
Shit.
Iron
Yeah.
Man?
Mega,
Yeah, I was like,
Mega
Iron
Man,
Man.
bro. My bad.
Mega Man, bro. My bad.
Sorry, I've been staring at
Man.
fucking.
Sorry, I've been
like,
staring at
website
fucking
code all morning.
like website code all
My
morning.
brain's like
No
goo.
worries.
My brain's like goo.
No worries, brother.
But
No,
yeah, fucking.
yeah,
Man
fucking
and,
that's-
like all
Mega
kinds
Man
of
and,
different,
like,
That's
all kinds of
really
other fucking
fucking cool, dude.
fucking cool, dude.
and I'm sure you can imagine,
and,
like,
and
as
I'm
they
sure
go
you can
forward,
imagine,
they're
like
only
as
gonna
they
add
go
more.
forward, they're only
They
gonna
also
add more.
have,
More rules
they
and
also
more
have,
rules and stuff like that.
ex-
Stuff way basically
That's
ways
the
to
way
make
basically
money.
ways to make
Exactly. And they
Exactly.
even have,
And
what is
they
it,
even
the
have,
frickin',
what is it? The freaking
Resident Evil cards too.
Resident Evil cards.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like you can build some
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
just
Like you can build some
stupid,
fucking
stupid
just
decks.
stupid decks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm
I'm
gonna
really good
check
at
that out,
magic,
dude.
so
I'm really
I'll
good
have
at
to.
magic, so
If
I'll
it's
have
anything
to-
like
If
magic,
it's
which it
anything
sounds
like
like
magic,
it
which it
is,
sounds like
You
it
missed
is,
out, bro.
I'll
Like
see.
they
You missed
they-
out,
they
bro.
had a
Like
glitch
they
with their,
had a glitch
pack opening
with their
in the
pack
first
opening
week of its release.
in the first
and
week of
people
its
were
release,
milking it
and
because
people
it
were
was
milking
dropping
it because
duplicates
it was
of,
dropping
legendaries,
duplicates of
epics, and
legendaries, epics,
Wow.
and secrets.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Like
dude.
it's
That's
supposed
crazy.
to, their algorithm apparently is
their algorithm apparently
is
is
set up to where
it was supposed to be set
you
up
can
to
get
where
one every once in a while.
you can get
of the
one every
special
once in a
cards,
while of the special
but
cards.
if you've gotten one of a certain
But if
card,
you've
then you're
gotten
more
one of
likely
a
to get
certain
one of
card, then
another
you're more
card,
likely to get
kind of
one of
thing.
another card.
Until you've gotten them all, then you start
Until you've
becoming
gotten
more
them all,
likely
then
to
you
get
start
the
becoming
ones
more
you've
likely
already
to
gotten.
get the ones you've already gotten.
Wow.
Yeah, so
So
Yeah,
it was there was a big glitch in their shit.
there was a big
and
glitch in
it
their
was allowing
shit,
people to get
and
duplicates
it was
of
allowing
things
people
that
to
they
get
shouldn't have been
duplicates of
able to
things
get
that they shouldn't have
duplicates
been able to get
of.
duplicates of.
I think I was one of those people.
I think I was one of those
I'm pretty
people.
sure I was one of those people.
what were you
pretty sure
getting
I was one of
duplicates
What were you
of?
getting duplicates of?
Let me pull it up right now.
Let me pull it up right now.
I don't know how well this will work,
I don't
but
know how well this will work, but
we will see. I've
we
never
will
tried to
see.
do
I've never tried to
Discord
do
alongside a game.
Discord
so.
alongside a game. So.
Chipping. And the artistry is really fucking
And the
cool.
artistry is
Like,
really fucking cool. Like,
I just love their whole graphic
I just
system.
love their whole graphic system.
And fuck, dude, it's the user interface is smooth,
The
clean.
user interface is smooth, clean.
They got a PvP system.
They got a
single
PvP
player
system. They've got a single
Obviously, they're
player
more
system.
directed towards their
Obviously, they're more
PvP.
directed towards their
Their story's not very
PvP.
long. It's
Their
just meant
story's not
to
very long.
Get you
It's
some
just
cards
meant
built up
to
get
get
you
you some cards
online
built
and
up to
going
get
against
you
other
online
people.
and going against other
Right.
people.
Right.
Let's see here, looking through my
Let's
deck.
see here, looking through my
Yeah, that's
deck.
what it's more set up.
That's
for.
what it's more set up for. You know.
Let's see here.
Let's see here.
Filter.
Filter secrets.
Let's see here. Yeah, see, I got.
Let's see here. Yeah, see, I got
duplicates of the
duplicates
secret one,
of the secret one,
which is like a fucking
which is like a
holographic
fucking
moving,
holographic
shiny-ass
moving,
card.
like shiny ass card.
Right.
Right.
Got another duplicate of
Another
secret,
duplicate of
Chris
another
Redfield
secret, Chris Redfield from
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
that from
Resi
fucking
4.
Resident Evil?
Yeah, he
believe.
was one of
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
stars.
Resin 4.
Fucking
believe.
dudes.
Yeah, he was one of the fucking
Star
stars,
soldiers or whatever.
fucking dudes, Star soldiers
Two
or
of
whatever.
those, so that's definitely a duplicate on that front.
And then I got two of those, so that's
It's,
definitely duplicate
I
on
got
that
quite
front.
a few
I mean, it's, I got quite a
of
few.
these. Let's see here.
Well, that's cool, dude. I mean, I want to
these.
check that game out, or I want to check that game
Well,
out
that's
a little
cool,
bit.
dude.
more.
I mean, I want to check that game out. I want
Honestly,
to check that game out.
Dude,
a
I'm
little
more
bit now.
interested in
honestly, dude, I'm more
Dr.
interested
Mario.
in
Dude,
World.
it's fun.
Dr. Mario.
I've been getting down on both of them.
Dude,
Like
it's fun.
when I
Like,
run out of
I've
fucking
been getting down on
tickets
both of
or
them.
hearts on
Like,
Dr. Mario World,
When I run
I'll
out of
switch over
fucking
to
tickets
fucking
or
Tekken.
hearts on Dr.
Fuck
Mario
around,
World, I'll
try and
switch
build
over
my
to
shit
Uh-oh,
up.
your hearts
fucking
cost
Tekken
money.
and fuck around, try and
Oh,
build
your
my
hearts
shit
cost
up.
Well,
money.
to buy more, yeah, but you get more. Like they refresh as
Well, to buy more, yeah, but you get
time
get
goes
more.
by.
Like they refresh as
Uh-oh.
time
and
goes
you can
by.
only have
Hope it's not money
five
down.
hearts at a time.
Oh,
And
okay.
you
It's
can
not
only
money
have
down.
5 hearts at a time.
I mean, unless you get things
Oh,
that
okay.
like boost your hearts up over that.
I mean, unless you get
Kinda thing
things
like
that
you'll get,
like boost your
you know,
hearts up over
unlock
that
shit and whatnot. That'll
kind of thing, like
give
you'll
you
get
hearts,
you know,
extra hearts.
unlock shit and whatnot that'll give you hearts, extra hearts. But
Cool. So what else are you playing this week?
Cool. So what else are you playing this
About
week?
it.
About it?
That's about
Alright,
it.
cool.
That's about it.
So I guess I'll take off on my list here.
Alright, cool. So I guess I'll take off on my
sure I'm
list
not
here.
echoing still.
I'm sure I'm not echoing still.
Okay, cool. I'm not echoing still. Just want to make sure.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so I'll start with
Just want to make
the
sure.
number
So I'll start
one
with
game on the list, and that is God of
number
War
one
here.
game
This is
on
some
the
gameplay that I
list,
got.
and that
Now this is my
God of War
gameplay
here.
from
This is,
from
some
a
gameplay
while
that I
ago
got.
here.
This is my gameplay
I actually
from a
streamed
while
this.
ago here. I
So-
actually streamed this.
Yeah, you guys can see my streaming
So-
stuff there on the right hand side.
Yeah, you
So
guys can see my streaming stuff there on the right hand side.
where do I start?
Gosh, where do I start? Oh, I unplugged my mic for my PlayStation.
All right, you
Man down.
got still Irish? All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Alright, you got me on PlayStation
Man
still,
down.
Irish?
So,
Alright,
I guess I'll start
Yeah.
with the fact that
Alright, so,
this
I
game
guess I'll start with the fact
is
that
gorgeous.
this game
I really can't
is
say. I'll skip
gorgeous.
forward ahead a little bit, 'cause I really honestly
I
don't
really
know
can't
why
say. I'll skip forward a little bit because I really honestly don't know how long
Looks
I
like it was
was
about 3 minutes. But anyway,
about 3 minutes.
basically,
But
this
anyway,
game is gorgeous. If you have a PlayStation
basically,
and
this
you
game
haven't
is
played this
gorgeous.
game, you are
If you
missing
have a
out.
PlayStation
Like,
and
do
you haven't
whatever
played
you
this
gotta
game,
do to get
you
this
are
game. Take
missing
in
out.
old games.
Like, do whatever you gotta do to get this game.
Whatever
Taking
you
old
gotta
games,
do, make it happen.
taking
This game is
cans,
incredible.
whatever you gotta do,
It's
make it
got,
happen because this
you
game is
know,
incredible.
a certain degree of platforming.
It's got,
there's not
a
really
certain
a whole
degree
lot
of
of jumping, but the
platforming-ish.
platforming that they do have in this is
There's not really a
interesting.
whole lot of jumping, but the platforming that they do have in this
It's
is
got
interesting.
puzzling, it's got action, it's got adventure,
It's got puzzling,
it's got everything
action,
that you would want
it's
from
got
an
adventure,
RPG, an open world RPG.
it's got
Now,
everything
when you
you would
first start the
want
game, it's
from an
not
RPG,
open.
an open world RPG.
It's not an open
Now, when
world.
you first start the game, it's not
very
open.
linear. You start out
It's
going
not an
from
open
one
world.
destination to another.
It's very
and that's where you're
linear.
headed.
You start out going from
Now,
one
toward the end
destination
of the
to
game,
another,
the
and
game
that's where
actually
you're headed.
opens up, and
Now,
you
toward the end
actually
of the
get more
game, the
abilities
game actually
to go
opens
do
up,
certain things
and
throughout the
you
world,
actually get
take
more
on
abilities
optional
to
bosses,
go do certain
basically
things
just
throughout the
really beat
world,
this game into the
take
ground
on
like you do.
optional
Something like
bosses,
Kingdom Hearts.
basically
you know?
just really beat this game into the ground like you do. Something like Kingdom Hearts, you know.
This game, this game has occupied a lot of my time recently.
This game has occupied a lot of my time recently.
So between this and Kingdom Hearts, like I've been playing a lot of video games, and
so between this and Kingdom
obviously
Hearts, like
bouncing
I've
back and
been
forth
playing a
between
lot of
Mortal
video
Kombat
games
and all
and
that.
obviously bouncing back and forth between Mortal Kombat and all that.
This game,
this game,
it's extremely difficult. Like you're gonna see a part right here.
It's extremely difficult.
If you noticed,
like you're gonna see a part right here. Like
in this,
if you noticed
video, just
earlier,
a few minutes ago, I was throwing an axe at the blank spot.
A few minutes ago,
I
was throwing an axe at the blank spot.
That wall to open it up. I'm gonna have to throw the axe at that blank spot
that
again.
wall to open it up. I'm gonna have to throw the axe at that blank spot again.
On the door in front of me. I'm waiting for that ceiling to fall. I thought the
on the door in front of me. I'm waiting for that
what
ceiling
the hell is going on?
I thought the ceiling was gonna fall. I was like, what the hell is going on?
But anyway, this game is really hard, but it's also really fun.
This game is really hard, but it's also really fun.
And honestly,
I've had a lot of
fun
fun
with this game. Like,
and
I know I'm
honestly,
a little late to the party.
I can't say enough about it.
I played this game.
I know I'm a little late to the
party. I played this game back when it first released.
I played this game,
and I'm just now talking about it right now. So I know I'm a little bit late to the party.
And I'm just now talking about it
to
right
be
now.
entirely
So I know I'm a
honest,
little bit
like,
late to the party on this. I mean, to
for
be
this game,
entirely
it's never
honest,
too late,
like
go
for
back
this
and
game,
play
it's
it.
never too
Seriously,
late. Like,
it's worth it.
go back. And
Did
play
have you
it.
ever played this game, Irish?
Like, it's worth it.
Have
you ever played this game, Irish?
Frodo let me
a little
borrow
bit. Frodo let me borrow it.
Yeah.
Friend let you borrow it?
Yeah, from
Frodo.
Frodo.
May have lost you on the PlayStation.
Sound like I may have lost you on the PlayStation.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
There,
Lost me on the
there we go.
PlayStation. There we go. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Anyway,
there we go.
Oh, was
Anyway,
that the friend that was game sharing with you?
Oh, was that the friend that was game sharing with
Works
you?
with you.
Okay.
Worked with your brother or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Works with
okay.
you. Worked with your
Yeah,
brother or whatever.
Got you, Steven.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Anyway, but basically this story is about a father
But
and a
basically,
son.
this story
The game
is about a father and a son.
Front to back,
The game
just
is
a masterpiece.
you
I
know,
mean, it's
front
got
to back,
problems, just like
a
anything else.
masterpiece. I mean, it's got
First
its
and
problems,
foremost,
just like anything else. First and
and
foremost,
this is just like small,
and this is just like
nitpicky stuff.
like small.
Some of the bosses that they gave in this game are like
some of the
damn
bosses that
near
they gave in
unstoppable.
this
Like you
game
fight
are
what's called
like
an ancient in
damn
Alfheim,
near unstoppable.
which no
Like, you
spoilers.
fight
I'm
what's
not
called
going to
an
give anything
ancient
away.
in Alfheim.
But you fight
no
what's called an
spoilers.
ancient,
I'm not gonna give anything
and
away.
it's basically a monster made out
But
of
you
rock.
fight what's called an ancient.
And the
and
only
it's
way to
basically a
kill it
monster
is
made out of
to
rock.
break pieces of rock
And the
off
only
of it,
way to kill
and
it is
grab
to
these pieces
break
of rock
pieces
and throw
of
it
rock
at
off of
the
it,
bad guy.
and grab these pieces
And
of
if you
rock
don't
and
do
throw it
that,
at the
it takes way too long ridiculous thing. You gotta play perfect way too long. And when I say you gotta play perfect, like I'm playing on normal.
And if you don't do that,
You know what I mean?
it takes way too long.
It's not like
You gotta play
it's not like
perfect way too
I'm
long.
playing on
And when I
hard
say you gotta play
or
perfect,
very
like I'm
hard
playing
or
on
God of
normal.
War or whatever.
You know what I mean?
Like I'm not
Like
playing
it's not
on
like
a, like I'm
it's
playing
not
on
like
normal.
I'm playing on
And
hard
for a
or
game to
very
push
hard
your
or God of
skills
War
to
or
the
whatever. Like
this
I'm not
extreme,
playing
and
on
I know that I
anything.
just
Like I'm
started.
playing on normal.
But I mean,
For
it
a
feels
game
like
to
I'm playing
push your
damn near
skills
perfect.
to
You know what I mean?
this extreme, and I know that I just
So,
started.
I've had a
But
lot of fun with it.
I
Like,
mean, it feels like I'm playing damn near perfect. You
an
know what I
insane
mean?
amount. Like,
So
Yeah. Oh
I've had a
yeah.
lot of fun with it. Like,
and I just chill out on the stream a lot.
an insane amount. Like,
Way a lot.
man, I just chilled out.
I think that's finally why I gave up at like 24 minutes. I was like, man, I just can't sit down and play it. So, moving forward, I beat Kingdom Hearts on Critical last week. I talked about that.
I beat Kingdom Hearts
Now I'm
on
going to talk about completing it
Critical
100%.
last week. I
I've
talked
put
about that.
about 60 hours into it at this point.
Now I'm going to talk about
I've
completing it
beaten
100%.
all the Mushroom
I put
13,
about
most of the
60
data
hours into it
copies.
at this point.
Haven't beaten Lingering Will yet. I'm going
I've
for him.
beaten
Beaten
all the
Sephiroth,
Mushroom
leveled up to
13,
99, leveled
most
up
of the
all of
data
my
copies.
drive
I
forms,
haven't beaten
and
Lingering Will
beaten
yet.
all of
Going
the
for him.
Paradox
I
Cups
beat
and
Sephiroth, leveled up to
tournament games
99,
for
leveled up all of
800.
my drive forms,
So
and beaten
I'm
all of the
like
Paradox Cups and
right there.
tournament
I
cups
actually have
for
a
the
fight
Underground.
here that I will let you guys
So
check out since
I'm
we're done with
like
the God of War footage.
right there.
But
I actually have a fight
basically,
here that I will let you guys check
I
out.
should have kept Facebook up. Dang it. Basically, what this is it's data copy. It's a data copy run, and all these data copies are harder than the original, versions of themselves. So like they all have like more health, they do more damage, you know, all that good stuff. So I went ahead and beat a couple of those this week. This fight is 1 minute and 34 seconds. Like, it's not a long fight. I'm gonna go ahead and mute that because I don't know if you all can hear that or not. But it's not a long fight. It's fun though. Like, it's a fun one. But yeah, so you guys could hear that. That's shitty. I'm sorry. But this is from Facebook, and I'll just kind of let this play while I'm talking about it. So this is the character called Larxene, and who Larxene is basically, you know, thunder person. Really fast. You can see how much health she has. So to put this in perspective, like, I beat Sephiroth recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, really recently. Sephiroth has one more bar of health than her. She is not the most health-oriented character in this. Like, she's probably, I would say, number 3 in the health bracket. Everybody else's health is maxed out. All those little bars underneath their health, all the way full to the very top. All the way to the top of the health bar. And the health is all the way full for all of them. So like the level of skill you need to beat these guys on normal is insane. The level of skill you have to display to beat them on critical is ridiculous. So now I'm in a situation where, you know, I got six of these data copies left and Lingering Will, and then I will be done with the game. You know, I'll have a few achievements to pick up. I'll have, you know, we'll go to another one here in just a second. I'll have a few achievements to pick up, which, here's another one. This is Vexen's data copy. Sure, that's muted. This one's a little bit longer. But what was I saying? Oh, I have 6 data copies and Lingering Will left, and then I will be done. I'll have a few achievements to pick up. I gotta get all the gummy blueprints. I gotta get an S rank on an AEX mission for each gummy route, and then I have to get a all the synthesis notes, and I'll be done. Like I will have platinum the game, and then that's it. Done with Kingdom Hearts 2. I will play it, but I'll probably never 100% it again. Started Kingdom Hearts 1. I honestly, I'm not gonna bullshit this. I'm achievement hunting. I'm playing on beginner right now. I'm trying to get the achievement that keeps you from. Basically, you don't use a continue. There's an achievement that says get through the game without using a continue, and then also get through the game without changing your equipment, and that's called unchanging armor. So I'm trying to do both of those at the same time. I just thought, hey, I'm not gonna push myself. I'm just gonna have fun with this game, do these achievements, and then I will go through this on critical as I should and beat the game. So, I'm just running through that right now. I'm beginner. I made it through Alice in Wonderland's level in I think I'm sitting at just over an hour right now. Like I'm skipping all the cutscenes, just speeding right through it. So I'm moving right along through that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be, like I said, a completely different animal. I have a lot of achievements to go for that game. Now, I did most of the achievements. Now, I've never platinumed these games. I'm pretty excited about doing this because I've never platinumed these games. So. Each of these games, the ultimate platinum is get all the platinum for the game is get all the achievements or get all the trophies for this game. The reason that's the platinum for this game is because some of these achievements are just ridiculous. Like one of them is get all the weapons. Like that's talking about Donald, Goofy, and Sora. Like all of the weapons. That's insane. There's if you do the math, I think there's I don't want to embellish here. So I believe there's 10 per character. So
I don't want to I don't want to stop you too hard here, but I got a bunch of viewers right now on my capture account, and I see you, Bob One Derp, Catch Bear, Commander Brute.
What's up, dude? Shout out.
Donna SBH.
Come check out the YouTube channel.
If y'all could head on over to my actual channel at Irish1620, not the Irish1620 capture that you're currently on, that would be awesome. And once you're there, go ahead and hit the follow and notification. That way you get to the right page every time.
Yeah, YouTube. You can find him on there, and then always, Broken Controllers, on the weekends. So we change it up sometimes, but we try to let you guys know on our Twitters and Facebook and all that. So
yeah.
Anyway,
did have 5-6 viewers on there for a moment. Just shit, hold up. I gotta get these guys redirected here if possible.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got 4 on mine right now, so that's pretty cool. We're doing all right now. So that's Vexen's data copy, and I will do one more for you guys, which was actually a pretty long battle. And this was Marluxia, and this one's coming up right now actually as well. So cool. But I mean, this game, I'm moving more and more in a direction to where once this game is platinumed, I've beaten these games so many times. Even when the originals were out here, the PlayStation 2 versions, you can see his health, right? So this is what I was talking about. His health is just maxed out. Anyway, so I've beaten this game so many times, and I'm just at a point now where once this is done, I feel like I've done everything that I can absolutely do in Kingdom Hearts, and I can move on to 3. I can just clear that thing, and then that'll be the game that I play for years, and then, you know.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, exactly. Move forward with the Kingdom Hearts series. But I am going to critical every single one of them. I am going to clear a critical run on every single one of them. There's some pretty cool things that I saw done with Birth by Sleep, so I'm looking forward to getting back to that one. You know, now that I have the whole story, I'm looking forward to going back and just enjoying the games and just having a good time with them, you know. Not worry, you know, do what I want and leave what I don't, you know. So.
Hey, welcome guys, welcome. I see you over there, Lyrics and Zane. And Commander Root.
What up?
For whatever reason, it's not registering that they're viewing it, but they're viewing it. I go and I check, and it says there's 2 people viewing, but when I click on the actual viewers button, it shows like 4.
6.
Well, maybe it was 6. I don't know, let's see. I think they're...
I was just guessing. I didn't know. I had no idea. But anyway, yeah, you can see the organization battle here. And again, this is with Marluxia. A lot of fun. I got a lot more work to do. The other thing that I did, God of War was kind of part of this, but I had some other games that I was tackling too. And this was my backlog. So this is kind of like a segment that I wanted to introduce, but it wasn't really a segment because I'm not going to do one of these every week because it's just doing one of these every week is brutal. But I have a backlog that I've been working on, and now this backlog goes back like as far as like Metroid Prime series, so like GameCube days, right? Right, exactly. So I'm not gonna do one of these a week, but basically, Metroid Prime was like my first backlog game because I just did not get to play it, and I was like, all right, well I'm gonna put a check by that one, and eventually someday in my life I will play that game. And now I'm playing it now. So, I kind of started to attack my backlog. I am going systematically through my games, through my consoles games right now, and the ones that I checked out right now that I'm working on this week is the first one is Pokemon Coliseum.
Oh, classic.
That game, yeah, dude. I mean, we're talking retro this week.
That and Stadium both, I love.
Dude, like, the games, like, the retro games for back then were... You don't get things like that these days. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't pass. You know what I mean? Like, so Pokemon Coliseum was insane. I'm really hoping that's what Sword and Shield is like. Now, keep in mind, these are older games, so, like, you're not going to get the greatest graphics out of it. But, I mean, if you're talking about Pokemon Coliseum... You know, it gives you the opportunity to catch really cool Pokemon. The very first 2 Pokemon that it gives you that you open with are Espeon and Umbreon at level 20. That's pretty cool right off the bat. So, like, those were 2 extremely rare Pokemon in the Gold and Silver series. And I think this runs into Gen 3, which is Sapphire and Ruby, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, moving forward with those, you know, you get the opportunity to catch some really cool Pokemon. You also get the opportunity to catch some really lame Pokemon. Like, at one point, it gives you the opportunity to catch a Ferret, and it's just like, why do I want to catch that? Like, it can't even evolve at this point. Like, it's already evolved. I have no reason to have that Pokemon in my party other than I need it right now. So, you know, but I mean, overall, I mean, the game is a lot of fun. Like, I've really enjoyed my time with it, and like, as far as like being a gamer goes, like, and especially like I wouldn't call myself a retro gamer because that's not what I spend most of my time with. I spend most of my time with modern day games. But I do have a general fondness of the aesthetic of older games, because those are the games that had an impact on the games that we play now, you know, especially games like Kingdom Hearts and God of War and stuff like that, you know, Halo too. So, yeah. I also played Metroid Prime. I talked about that a little bit. I mean, what can I say? This is the game that had a genre named after it, aka Metrovania. You know, like that Metroid Prime was that. Like that's why Metroid Prime is so so relevant these days, is because Metroid Prime changed the game as far as what to expect from Metrovanias.
Yep.
And like that's not, I'm not talking about Metroid, because a lot of people are going to hear that statement and go, well, what are you talking about? You just said Metroid was the reason that there was a series named after Metroid. No, I didn't say Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime changed the game for Metrovanias, and Metrovanias were around before Metroid Prime was. So, like, that game was, that's the Marluxia fight. So, there's that. But anyway, moving forward. The last retro game that I tried, and this wasn't really a backlog, as it was just something that I wanted to just try out, and it was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. I love that game. Went back, played that for a while. I have showed gameplay of that in the past. Showed a lot of footage from, you know, all the way back when I first started streaming. I'll have more of that game coming to YouTube, obviously. I'm gonna start streaming to Mixer as well, just because, you know, I can download easier from that platform. It's just a nightmare trying to download from YouTube. So.
I don't know if you have one, but I've got a Elgato. If you ever need to borrow it.
Oh, you have an Elgato capture card?
Yeah, HD60.
Interested in selling that?
I mean, maybe once I can afford going and upgrading to the 4K.
To a new one, yeah. No doubt.
I
They're
definitely,
expensive, dude.
I want one of them 4Ks.
No doubt.
Considering I'm running, you know, a 4K system.
Right.
I'm really, like, not putting out as best quality as I could be at the moment. That would be nice, having some 4K frickin' stream action, man.
Dude, I did so many boss battles this last week. Travis goes.
Boss battles on what?
I remember when you play DBZ with Nate all the time, haha. Yeah, those were good times, dude. Good buddies back then, you know. But anyway, aside from that, moving forward, so I played a lot of Super Mario Maker 2. I have to walk back my statement a little bit, because I stand by what I said about this game regardless. You know, I stand by what I said about you know, it getting rid of the small nuances of Super Mario World. You know, basically the things that it gives, the abilities it gives you to work with the levels and what you're able to do. You can make some pretty damn impossible levels with this game. The statement that I want to walk back a little bit is the fact that I was kind of, honestly, I was kind of disappointed, because you only had one option to use Yoshi, and basically that option was Super Mario World. But I didn't realize that Yoshi was in Super Mario Wii U and Super Mario 3D World. Now he said like there's not a lot of value because there's just Super Mario and Super Mario World, the games to play, you know, as far as that goes. But there actually is a lot of fun in 3D and Wii U. The biggest thing that I have a problem with is the multiplayer system, which is completely like Nintendo's got this thing about peer-to-peer where they're like, this is what we're gonna do, and we don't care what the internet is capable of. So like they ran with this peer-to-peer service again, you know, so you get like this really laggy, really choppy service. I don't play the multiplayer games. I don't have fun with them. So I stay away from them. I play on my own on that. I make a lot of maps. What's cool about the maps is the more you make, the more your name gets out there. So like the more you make, the more people that play your level, right? So like, and if your level's really good, people will share out your map code. So people will actually come, you can actually like market that stuff. And people will actually come play your level, leave comments. It's like a social media, it's not like a Mario social media system. You make levels, you upload them, and then people can comment and like those levels based on who played. And plus there's a world record holder. So on one of my levels
like
there's a guy.
Little Big Planet in a way.
Yeah, like in a sense, like I would say it's better than Little Big Planet because it's more iconic. It's more Mario has always been more of a staple for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody knows who Mario is. You know what I mean? And Little Big Planet was popular. I'll say that. But it's Mario.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as the concept behind the creation of world and
no
being
doubt.
able to comment and
Yeah.
share the shit.
Yep, no doubt. Yeah, it's like a social media system, no doubt. And honestly, what I can say is I'm really happy with the game. I wish they would have done some stuff to change it. There's some small stuff that they could have changed. But with that said, I mean, overall, I'm not gonna complain about it. You know, it's not Super Mario World. It's not Super Mario Brothers. It's not Super Mario 3D World, and it's not Super Mario Wii U. It's Super Mario Maker 2. Oh, and by the way, the story mode does have a live system. So, you do have lives in the story mode. So, the idea of story mode is kind of like Little Big Planet. You build levels, you run through them, and based on how fast you run through them, you regain what you put into the level, and then you get a little bit more out of it. So you build up money, and then you go build levels based on the money that you have available to you. So I'm going to play a little bit more of that. It's just, it seems a lot less appealing to me than just getting online, downloading levels, and playing them. Or just playing them through the internet service. You know what I mean? What I will say about this game that is really cool, you can download levels, and then when you're away from your internet service, you can play those levels. So if you're going on like a long road trip, and you're like, man, I can't beat this level. You know what? I know I can beat this level if I have some time. I'm going to download this, and I'm going to play it on this road trip coming up. Like, I got a road trip coming up down to LA. We've talked about this actually a little bit, Disneyland. And, road trip coming up down to LA, and I'm gonna download a lot of really hard Super Mario Maker levels, so something to look forward to. Like I said, I played a lot this week. I got 2 more games to talk about. The next game I'll talk about is Final Fantasy X. Now I played Final Fantasy X. I bought the 10 and 10-2 remake. This was for the Nintendo Switch. Basically, I got this because again, I need something to keep me busy. You know, here in the next few months. So that's gonna be you know, a lot of fun. Now I'll say this. Well, I'll say this about this game. I love Final Fantasy. I played 13, played 13-2, played Lightning Returns. I played a little bit of 14. I watched 15 come out, and I watched that game grow, the fiasco with the DLC. I love these games. I'm getting the 7 remake. I'm gonna play 8. Basically, this is just one more 7, game for me to play. Now, I haven't gotten very far into it, but what I will say is that there's not a whole lot bringing me back. There's an attack system, yes. I haven't gotten any magic yet. I haven't gotten any summons yet.
They will come.
I put about...
Oh, they will come.
I know what the final boss looks like because I remember it being on PlayStation 2 and seeing that final boss and being like, holy shit, that dude is terrifying. That dude is rough looking. It's a big monster thing. Looks like a demon thing or whatever.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's yeah.
Right. I've heard there's
Sin.
Final Fantasy is famous for those
that's the best way I can break it to you without spoiling. It's Sin.
Yeah, Oren was talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, but then you end up finding out what Sin is, and it's just like, holy shit.
Here's the thing about Oren. My first impression with him was in Kingdom Hearts 2, way back on the PlayStation 2. I don't know who he is outside of Kingdom Hearts. All I know is that he's a Final Fantasy character. If he ends up being a bad guy and Kingdom Hearts turned him into a good guy just because of like who's
No, he's like one of the most badass fucking characters.
Okay, all right. Because I was gonna say that is lame.
His shit is fucking like wicked, bro.
We're making good progress.
But yeah, I played Final Fantasy X. There's not a lot bringing me back. I mean, there is an item system, there is an attack system. It is true turn-based RPG elements, a lot like Lunar Silver Star Story completed, except for, there's not really an ATB charge rate. There is something called an overdrive, or no,
yeah, overdrive.
Is it overdrive? Okay, yeah, overdrive. Something called an overdrive, and what that does is you hit these 2 buttons. I think it's L and R on the Switch, and it does a special move that does a lot of damage. And with Oren, like, he does like this swiping thing and gets rid of a lot of characters. And then with Titus, he just does like this sword slash type deal.
Yeah, dude,
So,
his end game overdrive, dude.
I haven't gotten that yet. I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe it is endgame. I think it is endgame. I think it is endgame that he has off the bat.
No, I'm saying like the end game, like once you get this stuff at the end of the game.
Okay, because I was gonna say I'm pretty sure his overdrive is called endgame.
Yeah, no, the fucking stuff you get at the end of the game as far as overdrives and all your like ultimate weapons and whatnot.
Right.
Shit gets nasty, bro.
Travis Yaki in chat says Oren is one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters. I agree 100%. He's a really cool character. So we'll see what they're able to do with that. 10-2. Haven't really played 10-2. More playing Final Fantasy 10, so not really to talk about. Not really, can't really talk about that on that front.
I don't know, honestly, like, after getting so used to playing 10, like, spending countless hours on it, going to 10-2, I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping for something more like freaking 10 when I went to
I've heard that before. I've heard that from other people before.
I loved the freaking sphere system. Like, it was a solid freaking system, and trying to fucking build up a character that have like their entire sphere grid fucking filled. Like, that takes time.
Yeah, I was paying attention to that. It reminds me of the Crystarium.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So, from Final Fantasy 13. Last game this week, finally. Finally, down to it. I played, Cuphead. Played the second island 100%. That dragon is a dick. That dragon is such a dick.
I bet.
It doesn't give you a lot of options to counter, and honestly, like, Cuphead is as innocent as that game is, it is evil at the same time. Like, they really put you through the paces. If you thought you were good at platforming, go ahead and pop this into the Switch for a couple days. Like, you won't feel so good at platforming anymore. The game gets better. On to Island 3, you know, that dragon was really tough. It made me think that my initial statement about this game was correct. You know, they made these games a little too hard. But the thing about that dragon is that you need to realize is it's more of a World 3 boss than it is a World 2 boss, because there's a lot of things going on with it. So the idea is that you get better and come back and do that boss. Honestly, I can't say enough about Cuphead. Kind of my big complaint about this game, you know, I explained with the difficulty. But as I play this game, I'm starting to think maybe the difficulty could be more restrained, because the thing is as you play this game and they ramp up the difficulty, you can go back to World 1 and just smash these bosses. Just run right through them. The only boss that I still have a hard time with is the carrot dude, or no, not the carrot dude, the flower dude. The flower dude. And that's because there's a lot going on with him too, and he was like a final mission for the first world. So, I really enjoyed Cuphead a lot. As I beat that, you know, I'll talk more about it. I'll probably only talk a couple more times about it, and then I'll move on to a different hard game. Gungeon was recommended in chat, so maybe I'll go check that out. But also, I'm always looking for those hard games. And you know, Ninja Gaiden kind of started it, and then also, you know, Dark Souls, you know, took off with it, and then, you know, Enter the Gungeon was in there, and then also, you know, Cuphead came out. And I mean, I like hard games. It's like in God of War. In God of War, you know, you don't die unfairly. Like that, the biggest problem that I had were the bosses, but I don't feel like the bosses are unfair, if that makes sense. They're a little too hard to kill. I wish they were a little bit more combat focused, not so puzzle focused. You know, and that was my biggest complaint about God of War. But with that said, like, you don't die unfairly in that game. Like, if you die, you're like, okay, well, I got stingy, or, you know, I didn't slow down enough, or, you know, I tried to take too many hits on this boss, for instance. You know, it never felt like a game that was unfair. So, I really like hard games, personally. So,
oh yeah,
we already did Mobile Minute with Mario World, so big stretch. All right. Moving forward.
We got him, Asher.
Talking about two different news stories this week. Did you have anything else that you wanted to mention before we move forward from what we're playing, Irish?
I do not.
Lots of data on the Warmind project.
Okay. Were you playing the Spyro trilogy this week?
My wife was, yeah. I mean, I was helping here and there. Yeah.
Is that digital or is that a...
Yeah, it's digital.
I'll have to check that out. It's only like $40, right?
Yeah, it's pretty fun, man.
And those games drop in price. They tank as soon as, you know, people stop buying.
Did you, like, speaking on games, did you hear about what they're talking about releasing for next month's PlayStation Plus games?
No, what are they doing?
UFC 3 and...
Oh, wow.
God, what was the second one? Hold up, let me... look this up.
UFC 3 is actually a really technical game. So...
UFC 3, there was like another, it was a pretty good one. Shopped Leaks. That comic book guy.
Okay, can I read you a headline real quick and get your reaction on this?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, yeah, go on.
Okay. Destiny 2 exploit unlocks tributes instantly for Bad Juju. What is Bad Juju?
Bad Juju is a really, really fucking just broken ass, is it pulse rifle? Do you believe Bad Juju is the pulse rifle?
Because that looks like a pulse rifle in this. I'm gonna give credit to that video to BlastingNews.com. Not really a lot more to say about it other than that.
Oh wait, no, I was wrong. Bad Juju is the badass frickin' scout rifle.
Scout rifle, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense, actually. Sure. I'll just read you this article here real quick. I'll keep it short. And this is an article from BlastingNews.com, written by one... There's like a me name here.
Well, I'm gonna have to leave this open because I'm gonna have to go and get that Bad Juju. That's the whole freaking, it's a video and a walkthrough on how to get it.
It doesn't give me a name as to who wrote this. I do apologize. But it says, and this is quote, this is directly from the article, this is exactly the article. We're just going to read you guys the articles this week, and then we'll talk about the articles. Epic Games has experimented with a lot of things in Fortnite Battle Royale. Ever since the game came out in September 2017, these experiments have been mostly successful, and they are one of the reasons why the video game has become so popular. However, the Fortnite developer has also had some failed experiments and some changes that haven't received well in the community, such as the July 13th change. And again, this is the article directly from BlastingNews.com, so if you guys want to go read this, you can, feel free to. It said, currently the game is both geared toward competitive and casual players. Casual is a large part of them, like Team Rumble. And then competitive players are in the arena playlist. You know, that's the squad. You know, solo stuff they have there. The competitive playlist that they have. The competitive playlist that they have is actually what people are mad about here. So they're making changes to the settings of the competitive playlist. It says, quote, these competitive modes have different settings, such as the siphon and the material harvesting rate, but Epic Games has recently changed some of them, making players angry. So basically with these competitive rates, you're not gathering certain materials as quick. They changed the balance of the game, so that there's a built-in material gathering ratio that's not basically being fairly distributed. I don't really care about that. Do you play Fortnite, Irish?
I've tried to get into it, dude, and ugh, yes. And dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe it's just the whole building things and breaking things down.
I can't do it either, dude. I just can't. Like,
it pisses me off.
I can't get into it. Like I just
I like
you know,
Apex.
I don't really.
I like PUBG. I like Call of Duty. Freaking Blackout. But I
Right.
cannot get into fucking Fortnite, Phil. Goddamn life of me.
I can't stand Fortnite, dude. I personally don't care about this news, but I'm sure there's a bunch of people who do. The most recent change, and this is again from blastingnews.com. The article says, quote, while mostly competitive players who play the arena modes, there are some casual players who play them as well due to different settings. For example, the harvesting rate in arena mode is increased by 40%, which makes material farming much faster. In addition to it, materials are capped at 500 each, and players get either 50 health or 50 shield after eliminating an enemy. So basically, people who are coming in who are newer at the game are allowed to gather and farm materials faster, which gives them a competitive edge in the game. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. Even playing Fortnite, like if I was competitive in Fortnite, I wouldn't feel like that's a bad thing. Like if you're giving newer players an opportunity to come in and farm those materials so that they can build and learn how to build, I don't see a problem there. You know what I mean? Now the problem that you're running into is with more experienced players where, you know, they get a 500 count of metal and they build this huge fucking tower in the air. No way up to it. The only way up to it is the way that they built up to it. You know? And that is irritating to me. That's why I stopped playing Fortnite. Because I'm shooting at somebody, a wall goes up. And then another wall. And then another wall. And I'm just like, no, you were pretty much dead. Come back here, take your bullets like a man. Like,
for real.
It's just, the whole situation is just stupid. I really didn't like the game. My brother was on that game for a long time. Switched to Apex. Now he's playing Apex, which is a much more competent battle royale. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
Yeah, I stick by my guns. My only complaint about the darn thing is the fact that they only allow 3 people on teams.
Right.
At least 4, for fuck's sake. Man. Damn it.
Wow. Okay, so I didn't know this was happening. I'm gonna read you guys this next article, and this is from Eurogamer.net. This was an article coming out of Seattle, Washington, written by one Vicky Blake on July 14th, 2019. So that was earlier today. And I'll just read you the article. This is, quote, again from Vicky Blake. As Game Freak continues to battle criticism from Pokemon fans unhappy that Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield won't support every single Pokemon species, speculation that the Pokédex has been truncated because the studio is recycling models from the newer 3DS games has seemingly been proven untrue. So basically what this is saying is Pokemon Sword and Shield was going to recycle the maps from the older games for the 3DS.
Hey, well actually I'm 3rd generation off the boat, guy. Just been,
I was gonna say, like,
just in America.
Yeah, like the generations that they're going back to are probably Sun and Moon, and then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I never played Black and White. Not my thing. So basically with this game, they were talking about recycling old maps to build a new Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield map, which didn't make people very happy. I personally don't care. Whatever you're gonna do, just make it a fun game. I don't care. You know what I mean? Don't make seeing the same thing over and over and over boring. You know what I mean? Continuing with the article, this is, quote, as Wes reported last week, earlier this month, it emerged Sword and Shield which pushes the series' overall Pokemon count to 1,000, won't let you catch all the Pokemon. Nor will you be able to transfer Pokemon from outside games. Regional Pokédex making Sword and Shield the first new mainline Pokemon games not to support every single Pokemon species. So here's the thing. I don't find that surprising. Did you follow this at all, Irish?
I can't say I did.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't find that surprising, and here's why. Back when Pokemon Sapphire was released, and this was Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, the Pokemon count was 719, right? So it's only pushing you really all the overall Pokemon count. This is including, you know, I believe this is not including Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So 719 to 1,000 is less than 300. It's like 281 Pokemon, right? So if you actually break that up, that's actually like only 140 Pokemon per generation. So you're only looking at 140 to maybe 141 Pokemon in this generation. You know what I mean? Maybe even less, because you're talking about Sun and Ultra Sun and Moon and Ultra Moon. And I don't know if there's different generations between the two. You know what I mean? So it doesn't surprise me that the Pokemon count is going to be 1,000. They also said, Game Freak also said, hey, look, you know, this is going to be like a new take on the Pokemon series. You know, it's not going to be like Pokemon Go. It's going to be a mainline Pokemon game, but it is going to be like a new series in itself. So the fact that they're not supporting the Hoenn League, you know, the Johto League, the Kanto League, it doesn't surprise me. You know what I mean? They're going for a new feel for this.
So they actually have come out with the list of Pokemon they're not supporting in the...
Well, they basically, according to this this article, which again is in Eurogamer.net, the article says that they're not going to support different Pokemon species. So that's going all the way to Kanto, Johto, Hoenn. That basically they're going to support the mainline local species of the Pokemon that they're offering in this game, and that's it. That's your Pokédex. Not only are they not supporting these Pokemon, they're just not going to include them at all.
Well, I mean, I was hearing that they're going to include stuff like Charizard and Pikachu, things of that nature.
They might. They might, but that'll be included in this Pokédex. Does that make sense?
They're wanting the larger focus to be on the new Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. So we honestly the short story is we don't really actually know. We can speculate on what we think is going to happen. Honestly, I'm excited for these games. I can't be more excited. I really hope they don't mess it up. So let's just hope that they're able to hold their mud. So closing comments. Did you have anything else that you wanted to mention in the news section, Irish?
God, I feel like there was something. Give me 1 second here.
We'll probably close the stream out and then remember.
Fucking for real, right? See if it's in my...
Maybe not.
I wish. I swear there was something here. Ah, that's, yeah. It wasn't the happiest of news, but we've got another content creator down.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure died in a car accident.
That's terrible, man. What is the guy's name?
Says, we all love her to bits. This is by independent.ie news desk. TV presenter and YouTube star Emily Hardage killed in accident.
Wow,
Television
that's
presenter
terrible.
died in an accident. Stars including Davina, oh man, I'm probably murdering that, McCall, have paid tribute to Miss Hardage, who reportedly died in an electric scooter crash. Man, that's a hell of a way to die, man.
Yeah.
Electric scooter, like...
That's crazy, dude. Well...
Like, how does it... I don't even want to go and touch that
prayers, one. Lots of prayers, lots of thoughts going out their direction.
Yeah, definitely.
So keep them in your thoughts. Losing a family member is insurmountably difficult. So, and I'll just kind of leave that where it's at. So, let's wrap this up. Irish, real quick, closing comments. Real quick. Remember, guys, Disneyland, that's coming up here in the next few months. I'm not sure if we're going to do a show that week. We'll give you definitely a definite date. Obviously, if we do a show, it'll be broadcast on Twitch. It won't be broadcast on YouTube. But definitely be sure to check that out if we're able to. If not, it is what it is. I'll be back the following week. So we're not going to be gone that long. So, Irish, where can they follow you? Let's get out of here.
Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Irish1620, Instagram and Instagram and Facebook, Irish1620.gaming. Also,
all right, awesome.
Player.me, Irish1620, is there as well.
Awesome, and don't forget to check out the Discord. What is the name of your Discord again? Is it just Donkey Punch?
Yeah.
All right. So be sure to check that out. Also, Broken Controllers has a Discord too, so if you're on Discord, go ahead and give Broken Controllers a search. We'll let you in for free. Like, you don't have to get an invite or anything like that. Keep it respectful. Don't want to have to ban anybody, obviously. You guys can find me at YouTube on at BTGinferno, on Twitter at BTGinferno, on Mixer BTG_Inferno, on Facebook at Broken Controllers, and then also to check out the Discord, which is Broken Controllers as well. So that's going to wrap it up this week, guys. And be sure to check us out next week. Thanks for showing up. Later.
Later.